Hello, Cancer. I'm going to be doing your June 2018 reading. I have a Celtic cross here, so let me go ahead and get started. In your present position, you have the Knight of Swords. And this is for June, so maybe in June you could be dealing with a air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is a Knight of Swords, so this is someone that may come in and out of your life. So that's very possible, or you may be carrying on this energy of the Knight of Swords. And the Knight moves fast, so they're very hasty, they're very action oriented. So, they communicate. So maybe this may be your energy, how you're carrying yourself in the month of June. Your second card in the immediate challenge, you have the Two of Swords in reverse. And it's a challenge, so maybe in the month of June you're feeling a little indecisive, maybe a little confused, maybe a little information overload. So maybe you're feeling a little indecisive or confused, and this could definitely be in regards to a relationship or someone you're dealing with, or in any area of your life, really. And I mean, sometimes if you have way too much information, or there's just too much going on, or too many things in your head, it's very easy to get a little confused and indecisive. Your third card in the distant past is the Moon. And the Moon would show illusions. Sometimes it's secrets. So maybe in the past, you might have found out of some secrets. Maybe they came to the light. So that's very possible in the past. Maybe in regards to a relationship, maybe you found out a secret, or maybe sometimes, things are not always how they appear to be. So that was in the past. Also, since this was in the past, maybe now in June you're seeing things for what they really are. So that's very possible. And your fourth card in your recent past, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So Ace of Wands in reverse would be like delays, lack of motivation, being weighed down, maybe a little bit of lack of direction. Maybe your energy in the past was maybe a little low, you were unmotivated or uninspired. But sometimes that could also be because maybe you have a lot on your plate, maybe you have a lot of responsibilities and commitment. Therefore, you feel like you can't pursue new passionate things, or even, have a new start, have a new passionate beginning, because of responsibilities, or, you have too much on your plate. And this was in the past, so maybe this kind of makes you feel a little impatient. Now, your fifth card here, you have the Five of Cups in reverse. And since the fifth card here is the best outcome, I think you guys will be moving on. So if you guys were in a relationship or dealing with someone, you guys are moving on. You guys are accepting. Maybe you guys are forgiving whoever you could have been dealing with. But this is a card of moving on. And maybe now you guys are beginning to be open to new love or new relationships. Maybe if you're not necessarily open to new love or new relationships, maybe you are having new interest or having new emotional outlets. So this is definitely a card of moving on. So that's the best outcome, which is a good outcome. Your sixth card is the immediate future, and you have the Strength in reverse. So this is the immediate future. So I feel like maybe you guys may be lacking strength or courage. And definitely in a relationship sense, or if you guys have gone through some kind of breakup, maybe you're having a hard time keeping strong and being courageous. Because, I mean, definitely sometimes it's kind of hard to move on and to be open and start something new. It's kind of scary. So maybe you're lacking a little bit of strength. And also, the strength in reverse could also show a little bit of self doubt. Self doubt. And if currently you're in a relationship, maybe you're having a little bit of self doubt within yourself. Maybe, you're lacking a little bit of self esteem, a little bit of self confidence, or maybe also if you're in a relationship, maybe you're questioning your relationship, maybe you're questioning how your partner really feels. And when you start questioning things like this, it's just going to create a little bit of worry and anxiety. And the strength of reverse too can also show that maybe in the future you could be a little angry and you might lash out at others. So it's good to try to kind of, try to have strength with everything. Don't let people, don't let anyone get the best of you. So yes, you have strength in reverse as the immediate future. And now your seventh card, factors affecting situation, you have the Two of Pentacles. And maybe factors affecting the situation, you guys may be trying to balance everything, balance life, balance work, balance, I mean, it could be anything. It could be work and relationships. So since it's a factor affecting situation, maybe you could be having a hard time balancing everything. Also, time management, prioritizing. So maybe this may be you, or it could be someone that you're dealing with as well. Where sometimes people say in a relationship sense, the Two of Pentacles is juggling, and that could be juggling two people. So, but it could really be anything. So I don't know if you could be juggling two people or someone you're dealing with could be juggling two people, but it's just juggling two different things. And maybe that is a factor affecting your situation. And now your next card, you have your eighth card here is the external influence, and you have the Devil. Now the Devil can signify that maybe you guys are feeling tied and bound. And definitely, I feel like this could be in a relationship or someone that you're dealing with. The Devil is a card of codependency. So maybe you are, possibly could have like a codependent relationship where, you really depend on your partner. But this is a feeling of being in bondage. Or codependency could be anything. It could also be any kind of addiction, whether it be sexual addiction, overspending, or alcohol or drugs or anything like that. But also it could signify an unhealthy relationship. So it's very possible as an external influence, maybe you could be in an unhealthy relationship with. Yeah, so, but one thing I do want to say though is if you are in an unhealthy or kind of toxic relationship, that most of the time, if you feel restricted or like in a bondage kind of situation, you can get yourself out of it, but you just have to like be strong. So you can get yourself out of that. It's basically like a self-imposed bondage, because you don't have to stay in that. You can get yourself out of it, especially if it's affecting your well-being. You have to look out for yourself. Okay, so your ninth card here, you have the King of Cups, and this is in your hopes and your fear. So the King of Cups is emotionally balanced and in control and generous. So this King of Cups could definitely be you, since you guys are a water sign, or it could possibly be a water sign you may be dealing with, which would be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But this isn't your hopes and your fears. But this could really be you guys. So this kind of shows that you guys need to make sure you guys are in control of your emotions. You don't let your emotions get the best of you. It's also would show that you need to make sure you have boundaries. You need to, yes, have boundaries. So have clear boundaries and show and let people know what is and it's not acceptable on an emotional level. You have to protect yourself. So I think since this is in the hopes and fears, it's kind of a reminder to make sure that you protect yourself and you have clear boundaries and that you stay in control of your emotions. And most water signs are very emotionally mature, so it's just kind of to make sure you stay in control of your emotions and don't let anyone get the best of you or make you feel emotionally imbalanced. And your 10th card here is the final outcome, and you have the Four of Swords in reverse. And I know a lot of you Cancers are very hardworking. You guys work a lot. So the Four of Swords in reverse can show, in the final outcome, it could show restlessness and burnout and maybe feeling a little lack of progress. So maybe you guys are like working really hard but very restless, so very busy, constantly on the move. So this might kind of show that you guys also kind of need to slow down and rest sometimes, because it's really important to rest so you do not get burned out and you regain your energy back. And sometimes in a relationship, since the Four of Swords could also be that maybe you guys are being so restless, or you guys are constantly, keeping busy because maybe you don't want to deal with things that are affecting you subconsciously, things that, yeah, kind of trying to avoid what you feel subconsciously. But that's the final outcome. So definitely you guys need to make sure you guys are resting, because resting helps you get right back to things. Now, the card at the bottom of the deck would be the overall energy, and you guys have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And the Nine of Pentacles could be overinvestment in work. Once again, maybe working so hard and putting in a lot of time to work, maybe doing overtime. It could also show financial setbacks. And then also the Nine of Pentacles would show, in a relationship sense, that if you guys are possibly single, that you guys don't want to be single anymore. So that's very possible. And that is your June 2018 reading. I hope you liked it. I hope it resonated. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.